There's a version of you that would have burned Galileo at the stake, and you would have been right to do it. You wouldn't have thought you were the villain. I mean, of course not, because you would probably have good reasons. Your faith, your purpose, your loved ones, and a life built around certainty. And that certainty is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. Your job is simple. Find the people who believe the earth moves around the sun and silence them. You haven't ever tried to prove them wrong because you don't really need to. The church is truth. The scriptures are truth. Anything that contradicts that isn't a question to be answered. It's a disease to be removed. So what do? You remove it. You've watched people tortured for this belief, screaming and begging. Most of them fold fast and say whatever you need to hear just to make it stop. But some don't. Some of them lose everything, their families, their freedom, their lives, and stay convinced. And the thought slips in, whether you like it or not. Why? Why would someone die for something that isn't even real? You push the question back down. It doesn't matter why. What matters is stopping it. And then you meet a boy named Raphael. Young, brilliant, the kind of mind you see once in a generation, and he gives his life, his future, all of it, to this belief, this supposed lie. Something about that won't leave you alone. You've broken people twice his age. I mean, you know how this goes. But Raphael doesn't break the way they do, and that gets under your skin. Even still, you do what you always do. You don't try to understand. You get rid of the symptom. And then more come. All of them with different names and lives, but all with the same ending. All of them choose this truth over everything else available to them. You don't try to out-argue them. You never have. You just make them disappear. But they keep coming, and it gets so much worse. Your daughter is one of them. You know when you don't know. Maybe there's actually something to it. People value their life above all else, but these so-called heretics throw it all away. Once, twice, sure, but this many times? Still, you choose not to know, because if you look at it directly, if you really look, something terrible might be true and you might not survive it. Then your daughter dies, or at least that's what they told you. Your life breaks in a way you didn't think was possible. You've watched people destroyed before and felt nothing. Now you understand what that actually is. This is what it costs. This is why they screamed. And even here at the bottom, you still don't ask the real questions. You grieve and rage, but you move on. You see a girl caught in an explosion, older now, familiar with your daughter's shape, and you look away. You have more pressing things to do. That's what you tell yourself. That's what you've always told yourself. And then the last lie falls. Everything you built your life around, your career, your purpose, your actions, your certainty, it was all controlled, orchestrated by the church, the institution you trusted. You were never the one holding the power. You were the instrument. Every sacrifice you made, every person you destroyed, every conviction you enforced, used, discarded, forgotten. And then the truth about your daughter. She didn't die. She chose to stay away because she chose the truth over you. She was right. The earth moves. It was always moving. And everything you taught her, everything you followed, everything you were was wrong. I'm not talking about Nowak anymore. When was the last time you actually questioned and really sat with something you were certain about? Most people don't. I don't think it's a weakness. I think it's just that the cost is too high. Because if you're wrong, it means the certainty you've been walking around with was arrogance. It means the people you dismissed or the answers you ignored might have been right. That's not a very fun thing to look at. So you shut it down. You call it faith, knowing who you are. You say it's a conviction. Nowak did that his entire life. He died without ever looking for his own daughter, because looking meant admitting he didn't know where she was, and that would mean admitting he didn't know her at all. The truth was never the hard part. It's the cost of it, what you have to give up just to see it clearly. So the question isn't whether you look, it's what you do with what you find.